I'm reading from an article written back. This had to have been, I'm trying to think when this one, I told about the other one article. I mean, they just wrote anything they wanted to about me. All lies. I can't get an attorney. I'm going to show this because everybody knows Larry Flint was shot. His attorney was killed. I want to say this. The movie of Larry Flint, I was up on the Appalachian Trail that they're talking about here, and the movie actually opened. There might have been a couple of showings in other towns, but just a couple. It opened here. It had the first showing right here in Roanoke, January the 7th of whatever year it came out. And it was on my birthday, or at least the birthday I have to use, January the 7th. The one I've shown you, when I show you the twins, when they brought me and got over to Moulton, Alabama, and I've even shown you the birth certificates where the state of Alabama blatantly marked through the birthday that the twins had, Peggy and Carl, and inserted January the 7th, 39, which they gave me to use throughout my life. I guess they thought I was going to die and not make it, because the state of Alabama just marked through it and told me that I guess the doctor was crazy, right? That wasn't exactly the words they used, that he just forgot. Well, he's delivered. I knew him later in life, and he delivered so many babies. But anyway, Larry Flint sent me out there, helped me, because I'd never met him. I knew that the person was, I was doing the book on mind control, knew the person was programmed to shoot him. And then he did this, and I'll tell you who called me. I didn't see him again. He furnished me a car after then. And part of it, I want to get this in. You know who made up my money? I forgot how much I got in the campaign, but it was so many. They were all from Las Vegas. You'd think I was the criminal or something and all this, but at least they gave me the money to use in the campaign. And this was April of '84. I had one of the agents call me that I knew. I had met in Atlanta. He was originally from Macon. Malcolm Barber called me, and this had just been sent to me, a special delivery. And he said, Mr. Flint is all upset. He doesn't know where you are. He's looking all over for you. Well, obviously, he just called me and did mail this to me. They knew where I was in D.C. And I said, Malcolm Barber, I said, you're a federal FBI agent out of Atlanta. He said, yep. And I said, you're calling from Hustler Magazine? Yep. So, and I'm nothing against him. Hey, it's the people and what they do with this, all right? Now I'm going to get back to this. And this is ongoing. I've just, whatever tape this is, I think the third one. Now, I'll listen to what they said about a lady who's been through hell and was writing a book trying to tell about rape, oh my God. All agree that her life is a sad story of a woman unable to accept the help of others, and thinks the government is conspiring to keep her hidden away. They just write anything they wanted to. Preposterous. Newspaper magazine clippings provide a glimpse of her life and the life she says she lived. Children's keeps a pudgy envelope stuffed with pictures of King Edward VIII and the legendary painter Georgia O'Keeffe. Okay, what I've been telling up here is the truth and told to me, and it's very true. Edward VIII, my father, never married Wallace Simpson, and I'll show these pictures again. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keeffe, Georgia O'Keeffe's sister, the artist. And that's where Jack lived for a while and worked for the New Mexican News out there, close to O'Keeffe. And before she died, they got control of her stuff, and Juan Hamilton, I think, was his name. And as far as I know, he forged a will, and family couldn't get near her. And anyway. Let me go on for this. What they said about it. Pictures of King Edward VIII. So there was an addendum to his forced abdication. 99 years seal put on it because he was never married to Wallace Simpson. He was married to my mom. And the whole thing was a frame. the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, my own uncle, the Kennedy, who was the ambassador then, and Roosevelt. So I put up pictures with Roosevelt and my uncle together in D.C. when I was born, the year I was born. I was kidnapped in 41. So anyway, I'm going back to this. My father was a real king, and he had an addendum which was legal, and it made me the legal heir. So I became Victoria II the day I was born. My father should have been able to take it back and make decisions for me. I'm a baby. Instead, his own brother helped kidnap me, and Elizabeth's by the way, part of the New World Order, and so is Hillary Clinton. And Chelsea got to go to Oxford. How's that? You know what I did? I worked waitress and walked and took hell off of this woman where they put me and gave me another name in Moulton. Anyway, let me go back to this. I keep a pudgy envelope stuffed with pictures of King Edward VIII and the legendary painter Georgia O'Keeffe, who Childers says is her aunt. Childers, who resembles O'Keeffe and had a long shot try for Congress. In '83, she was living in Marietta, Georgia, and was one of 19 candidates trying to succeed Representative Larry McDonald, U.S. Representative, a Republican congressman who was killed when. So that was cut off. Anyway, I put this up here too. How, all these people just up and died that were connected with what I was telling. The plane went down August 31st of '83. It was en route from Juneau, Alaska to Seoul, South Korea. Nixon was aboard it. He was taken off, so did they know it was going down? It was the KAL. 200-plus passengers went down. It veered. You can do this with mind control. You can place the pilot under. He doesn't know it. He veers into Soviet or Russian airspace and they shoot it down. So that's how I was sent out at Flint's, who had been shot, mind control used. That got left off. It got cut off somewhere. But it go up to here, Flint. He flew her to his California home to discuss political corruption in the state of Georgia, all over the place. The controversial photographer also donated at least $1,000 to her congressional bid. A former medical secretary and divorced mother of two, Childers describes herself during the campaign as, well, I'm not liberal. Oh, no. I might have said it then, but no. Time changes, you learn. She claims to have written an unpublished book linking some doctors to organized crime. Well, I didn't say anything about organized crime, but you could call it that. She says her birth name is Margaret Ann Windsor, which is true. Claims to be a direct descendant of the British royal. Well, I'm Victoria II, legal heir. I've told the truth about it all. During the '83 campaign, Childers said I never said I was born in Huntsville, Alabama. I was born in Moulton. I moved there, and that's where the Space Administration and worked for the District Attorney Simpson, as in Wallace Warfield Simpson, lived at Warren House Apartments, as in the Warren Commission cover-up of the Kennedy, who's was flying into the embassy in London because his dad, Joe Kennedy, had been appointed ambassador by Roosevelt. You think there's a little bit going on there? And I'm going to go back to this. In 1994, Flint wrote an editorial in Hustler endorsing. Was it 94? 84. Oh, excuse me, they should make a mistake. Made a whole bunch of them, didn't they? Okay, where's that at? And it's real. They said 94. It's 84. Flint wrote an editorial in Hustler endorsing Childers as presidential candidate. Peggy's honest and means, well, that's not even my name, and he knows it. I mean, he said it to me, but I guess he can't put it in here either. And means well in all her endeavors. She knows little about, well, I do now, political situation in this country, but with your help, she can pull it off. He wrote, she has no money or assets, no Elizabeth and everybody